It's up to you. But nonetheless, you guys are pretty much receiving this letter stating that that this gentleman, he is, well, you probably have heard of him. You know, he would have been famous. He would have been somebody that that everybody at some point would have talked about. He is somebody of money, and definitely he's loaded for as much as you know. So at the very least, the opportunity of making some good money would have interested you. He is interested to meet you at a cafe that is in the middle of town of Arkham. He just want to discuss a business opportunity with you all. You guys are gonna meet on Monday at around, I don't know, 10 a.m. So, do you all want to do anything before you go there, or not?
Yeah, I would like to. How much money will I have right now? Let me double check that.
Well, you made a grant from your book if you're using the same character.
Frank Matello is never made a book.
Oh,
He's a
okay,
doctor.
Frank Mattel. I'm sorry, you're Frank Mattel. So, what was how much money did you have before, and what is your profession?
I am a doctor. Let's see, my possessions is cash 250 and then spending level is 50. And I did use some
Okay.
buying the
So
knife
let's
and the
say that in
revolver.
6 months you did really, really well out of whatever you've been doing, and that you have probably, at the most, $300.
300 cash.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right.
Alright.
Anybody else that wants to do something before meeting on that Monday?
Abraham will probably just make sure he has his writing supplies, and that's probably about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to go and buy some weapons.
Like what type of weapons?
I would like to buy some supplies, kind of like doctor supplies and stuff like that to have.
Well,
And
wouldn't a
after that, I
doctor
would like
have
go.
already supplies?
Yeah, like in gauze and some scalpels and some stuff that I will need to like perform like a surgery in case I need it and stuff like that, and have that in like a duffel bag. And after that, I would like to buy like
Okay.
Doctor.
Sure. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and assume
Yeah.
that you have most of that stuff, considering you're a doctor.
yeah. I'm just saying it. I'm just saying it in case I need to, but I feel that was more of a thing of like I already had it, but still.
Okay.
And then I would just like to buy some ammo for my revolver. It's a 45.
Yeah, no, ammo was never an issue in my games. We don't necessarily count ammo. So,
Okay.
So I'm gonna assume that if you have a
Um,
gun, you are, you're smart enough to keep up with your ammo.
Gotcha. And then I was thinking of buying like to buy something that's good for like a weapon. Now I don't remember what I wanted to buy. Since I wanted to buy. You can go back. You can go to the next person while I look what is.
Okay, no problem. So, everybody good, or everybody wants to do something specific before you go to meet with this guy?
Constantine is fairly equipped with everything he needs.
Okay. So you're all good. Everybody's good.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good.
All right. So Monday morning comes. You guys arrive. Everybody arrives. Um, this gentleman sitting over there. He's obviously a white man. He is blonde. He's on his 50s. He's drinking some coffee. He's your typical Indiana Jones type guy. You know, that's the way that he's dressed, at least. You know, you can tell that he's an explorer and he's all about going out and about and exploring and doing things. And, you know, that's his thing. And ultimately, out of the bathroom comes out another person that sits over there on that table, which is Harold. Just sits over there, and then everybody else arrives at that time. You know, you guys come. Well, Harold just comes out of the bathroom, sits down, and he looks to the side. He's like, "Oh!" And he goes ahead. He moves his hand and he taps Harold on the arm. He's like, "Look, they're here, right on time. Isn't that nice? You see the power of fame and money. Isn't this amazing? I tell you, I don't know what life would be like without the money I got. But it's great to see you guys. I am super excited that you guys are here. My name is Charles Thompson, and I'm sure you guys received a letter from me. And if you didn't, you should have. And please let me know if you didn't receive the letter, because I pay good money for those letters to be delivered. And somebody's going to have to give me my money back. Otherwise. But I'm really delighted that you guys are here, and I have a nice business proposition for all of you.
Proposition.
Yes, very much so. A proposition. A proposition. I gotta tell you, I've been all over the world. I love to travel. I love going everywhere. And as of late, I have come up to the quest of a lifetime. And for me, it's really important because as you see me right now, unfortunately, I am a very sick person. I have cancer. I'm sure you guys have heard of cancer, and well, let me tell you that this disease is terrible. I have seen it affecting other people, and it has done terrible things. But luckily, you know, I am able to afford a life that not many can, and therefore it makes it a little better. But at the same time, I've been able to discover a way to actually cure it. And therefore, not only have I been able to discover a way to cure it, but, you know, we may be able to, for all I know, share this with the rest of the world, and make a fortune. I mean, and can help everybody get better. So I think it's worth going to look for it. And of course, I mean, I don't expect you guys to go there and help me out for free. I mean, nobody works for free. Do you guys work for free? You don't look like the group of people that just wake up in the morning and say, "Hey, you know what? I'm bored today. I'm just gonna go see what I can do to make someone else better, and not make myself better.
Depends on what
Absolutely not.
currency. Money isn't the only currency there is. Knowledge, cash.
Well,
like
I
that
am
are as much
offering
currency
you
as anything
all
else.
of that. I am offering you all of that. I am offering you to take you out and about, for you to get the knowledge of exploring, finding out new things, finding out impossible things, seeing places that you will never be able to see by yourself, on the condition that you help me achieve this mission, and therefore, I get better, you get paid, you achieve all the knowledge. Most things we find, if they're treasure, I don't need any more money. I got money, so anything that can be made out of money, you guys can have, if that's what you want. So,
I am more than willing to go on this adventure of yours, as long as it is alright if you understand that I am an author. I will write very deeply about this, and I assure you, when the book is written and published, you'll get a free signed copy.
yeah, no, that's fine. As long as I get rid of the cancer, I don't give a shit about the book. But I'm happy you like to write. It's nice to have that thing, that you like to do, and the hobby, I guess we can call it. And as long as you like to do it, and it fulfills you, that's what matters here. For me, it will fulfill me to have good health, and I'm sure most of you will be fulfilled to have the opportunity of an adventure and money and whatever else. Do you guys have any questions for me?
Well, what kind of help are you looking for?
Well, by the way, I have heard underground, for one of my contacts, that he told me what you guys did a couple months ago. You and your buddy there, great work. You guys come very well recommended, and I want to say that one of the reasons I specifically send the letters to you guys is because you guys are survivors. You guys thrive on the odd and weird. I guess all the things that most people call science fiction and impossible, you guys seem to have lived it firsthand. It's amazing, and I'm pretty sure that you, in one way or another, you have gained some sort of thirst for it. Some sort of ambition for it. Once you discover something, you discover it, but you always long for more. You want a little bit more. You want a little more knowledge, a little more understanding, a little more power.
A
Right?
little more absinthe.
Well,
Sorry,
yeah, what?
an out of character question. My sanity would just be the same as my power, right?
Yes.
Oh, then in that case, I have good sanity. I'm good.
So he says, look, what I offer here is very simple. I will pay you. We're going to be traveling a lot. We're going to be going to a lot of places. I think it's fair for me to offer you $1,000 for the whole time that you're with me, helping me in any way that I need. And then you can get to keep whatever it is that you find that you want, as long as it's got nothing to do with what I need. And that.
See?
That seems fair.
I don't know what.
Alright.
What do you guys
Yeah.
think? What?
Are we responsible for your safety?
Well, one of the reasons why you're here is because you will be responsible for my safety.
That's what I was thinking. In that case, what if we tell you to do something, you will be okay doing it, correct? If we tell you to turn back, we turn back.
Well, ultimately, you guys are my employees. So it's more like, obviously you know better that you try to get me to be safe, and you can say, hey, probably the best thing to do in this situation will be to do A and B. However, if I tell you that I want to do Z, we're going to do Z. Because I'm paying you to do Z.
Sir, if I may. Well, that is a reasonable request. A reasonable condition.
Thank you.
If the situation arises where options are, we obey you and quite possibly all of us die, or worse, or we essentially have to kidnap you to drag you to safety, we will kidnap you and drag you to safety. Because you cannot pay us if you're dead or worse. Corpses don't have any need for money.
Well, I don't necessarily think that there's any need for that. I mean, are you just gonna go out there picking up fights? Is that what you're gonna do? Why would anybody have to die?
Well, sometimes fights are peak,
Why would anybody
especially
have to
the kind of
die?
things that you would like to do.
Why would you have to die? I mean, what is it that you think that we're gonna be doing? We're just, my idea
Sure.
here is simply to just go into certain areas that, mind you, as far as I know, they may be empty, with no people.
You plan to go into locations
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
you believe have supernatural events around and within
I don't
them.
know if they have supernatural events
I'm
around them.
very certain that that all of us, if not most of us here, have been called because we have experience with exactly the thing you plan to go and do.
Well, yeah, but
And
at the
we
same time, I'm
survive.
paying you good money for it. And if you don't want to join, I mean, you're more than welcome not to join. But, money talks. You're not going for free. Obviously, you get to make your choice if you die or live. If you think you're going to die and you need to leave because you're going to die, well, you get to leave. Maybe after that you find yourself jobless, but you get to save yourself. You get to do what you got to do. That's fine. I mean, ultimately, I am just hiring somebody that's going to go with me on this adventure and that wants to get paid a buttload of money, because I am worth a buttload of money, and help me find the
You're
means
hiring-
to get better.
You're hiring skilled and competent people to keep you safe while you find a way to cure your disease completely.
Yeah, exactly.
You're hiring us because we have skills
But
and experience to get you safely to where you want to be and back.
yeah, but there's a little more.
So
If
it
I
would
can
be like
discuss
you
this
wanting
with
to
you,
go
you will
hunting.
understand.
It'd be like you wanted to go hunting and then not listening to your guide by marching into a den of a lion or a bear with a pocket knife.
I am definitely going to listen because you guys know better. And guess what? Proof of that is that I already been looking around. I already been poking around and trying to find something. And I actually, investigating and looking, I located some ruins that I would like to go visit. And these ruins, they happen to be in Peru. So our first trip will be to Peru. I at first, I didn't know exactly where to start looking. So I went ahead and I hired our Mr. Harold Hunter over here, and he was of the utmost assistance. I mean, he's so experienced. He's worth his weight in gold, as much as I know. But he helped me definitely locate these ruins, and now all it is really is that with the help of praying and with the help of knowledge that we have found information by going to the libraries and by going to different places, it will be just a matter of traveling to Peru and locating this place in order to be able to locate these ruins, look at the messages inside and see if we can locate what we're looking for, or if we have to simply just go somewhere else. No, Arlian is not playing Edward.
Okay. I wasn't for sure. I couldn't remember.
Arlian is playing Constantine.
Constantine.
He is
And the
a
others-
priest.
And the other thing I wanted to
Technically a
ask,
priest.
Your pyromaniac priest.
and the other thing I wanted to ask is,
Well,
what have you prepared for our journey in terms of things for clearing roadways like explosives and weapons to protect ourselves?
Well, no, I have not prepared anything else of yet. That's why we're sitting down here, because I fear that if we're gonna go and we're gonna do this, I fear that your experience will come handy, and you will tell me exactly what it is that you need to complete this voyage.
Give me a sec. My mic is like coming on and off, so let me know if you guys can hear me.
No, I can hear you.
We can hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, it keeps like turning on and off for some fucking reason, so I wasn't sure.
Okay, well, like I said, you guys get to decide what you guys need us to bring or not. Ultimately, we're going to Peru. Peru is not an isolated place. I mean, they have people living there. They've been living there for a long time. They have some very rustic pyramids and whatnot, looking like buildings. So, I mean, they're nice. Ultimately, we're just gonna go exploring, and I do have a map that I have managed to get my hands on, and I mean, we're just gonna go and see what we can do.
What about lodgings? It would be best to know where we will be staying at as we head to this location, as well as food, water, and the like.
Provided that you do want to come with, then I'm going to be taking care of all that. Unfortunately, most of those ruins, they seem to be far away from any nearby town. I'm talking about days away with today's technology, so therefore, we can stay somewhere as soon as we arrive to Peru. But, once we get there, it's going to be mostly traveling We're gonna have to sleep on sleeping bags. We're gonna have to sleep on the vehicles, and then after we get to areas where the vehicles cannot go anymore, it's just gonna be on us. You know, we may have to carry tents and sleep on a tent. You know, typical hiking stuff.
Yeah, that we could signal to come pick us up in a flare.
Well, you know.
Like if we shoot a flare into the sky, have a helicopter that would pick you up at least.
Yeah, I'm not sure the Peruvians are gonna let us in with a helicopter, and also not to mention that, you know, I don't know how many helicopters nowadays are in the world. I have heard the word. I've seen some of these contraptions, and I have not seen yet one of them that manages to take flight and not crash. But you know, I don't have a helicopter, so the most I can offer, the most I can entertain, is possibly some. You know, we wouldn't be able to fly over there either, so we will have to take a nice cruise. I have my own boat, my own yacht that we can use, and we can have a good time while we go there. You know, it's very spacious. Everybody have their own room, and whatnot.
All right. In that case, we probably want at least explosives. A lot of explosives.
Yeah, if you give me a list of things you need, we can make it happen.
Right.
All right, so it sounds like you guys are on board. Is that right?
Yes.
Harold, is that cool?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Zach. What did you say?
I was asking Harold if this guy's cool.
Harold, are you there? You're muted.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I just kind of get that on. Like, yeah, this guy's cool. I've been with him for some time.
Okay. Yeah. Do it.
All right. Well, he says so. Here's your itineraries. I am managed to print them. My boat just happens to be conveniently parked at the port, so we will meet there tomorrow at 9 a.m. and we'll be departing towards Peru. Obviously, keep in mind that we're gonna be going to Peru, obviously, but then if whatever we find sends us somewhere else, we may end up going somewhere else and not necessarily come back here. Now, you understand that we may not be coming back anytime soon to the U.S. It may be a couple of days, it may be a couple of weeks, it may be a couple of months. So as long as you guys are okay with that, it's all good.
Yeah, time doesn't bother me.
Yeah, that's what we
Should be fine.
All right, perfect. See, I like to make
It will.
business with professionals because you know they just understand. It's great. And by the way, I have to say I'm a great admirer. What you guys been through, or at least what I've heard that you guys been through, it's quite the story. You know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. on the port. And if you can think of anything, just you can reach me at this number. My secretary will probably answer, and just let her know what it is you need, and I'll have it ready by then.
Food's ready.
Thank you. I'll be there.
Of course.
All right. So he says he goes ahead and he grabs his cup of tea and he starts drinking his tea, open the newspaper and starts reading over there almost as if no one else is around him anymore.
Do you guys want to just sit at the table over and figure out what we need?
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Abraham nods his head and agrees. I don't think he knows anyone here except Frank, who he saw at the last place, but since Frank is here, he'll at least be more open to discussion than he would with normal strangers.
Yeah, I managed to survive. Don't ask me how. I have no fucking idea either. He doesn't want to admit. He doesn't really want to say that he had a life-saving item.
Yeah.
All right.
Abraham's eyes would kind of widen at the profanity, but he decides not to bring it up.
So, I know we're all strangers, and that none of you probably wish to talk about previous adventures. Would that be a correct assumption?
The character hasn't.
It's a bit tough to really describe without sounding crazy. Frank, Harold.
I'm more than happy
Let me
to
guess.
discuss the.
Exorcism? At least once?
Yeah, maybe I don't. Harold, you know.
Yeah. Well, we were in the lands of the dreams. And we ran into a, what's your religion? Father?
Christian, yes. He pulls out a small piece of paper, or at that time was still printed in sheets of metal, bronze, shows it. It's a license to perform exorcism. That means he had an actual training in Vatican.
Oh,
Oh, that's
And
impressive,
those-
Father.
And those still exist.
Abraham writes that down into his notes. Maybe he is the protagonist of this tale, Abraham writes.
I'd rather you do not entertain the idea, thank you.
Apologies, I'm an author and very much a dying old man, so living a story has been my hobby for the past few months, I could say.
It's quite alright. I understand the excitement.
You know, my adventure, as it were, is actually quite well documented, and he would take out of his bag a copy of the book. Hold on, let me look up the name real quick. Hold on. He would give each person a signed copy of the book called Detective Edok and the Star Rotten Gem. It's signed as well. And he would give each person a copy. Like I said, quite well documented.
this main character.
Interesting.
Well, thank you.
All right. So, Jake, what is your character's profession?
He's an occultist, so maybe he does like fortune telling. So yeah.
Okay.
I'm a doctor.
All right. So, he says, he moves down the newspaper, pulls it down, takes a little bit of a sip of the tea, and he looks at you, Ignacio, and says, "So, why don't you read me my fortune? Do you think I'm gonna find the means to get better?
Oh,
What do you think? Do you think we're gonna succeed?
is that to me?
Yes.
Sorry. Let's see what it says in the cards. I'm gonna just do this. And the cards say uncertain.
Great.
I guess we all make our own luck. That's totally true. You know what? I really like this man, he says, because he could have lied to me right now and said, like many others in the past, just tell me what I wanted to hear. But he told me flat out that he doesn't know. And Father, he looks at your character, Alien, tells you, I'll take somebody that doesn't know and can admit that doesn't know over somebody that thinks that knows but don't really know.
It is always the best company to have.
Yes, it
especially
is.
trying to survive.
Mm-hmm. It definitely
And
is.
he's gonna bring up his suitcase that looks like it's heavily reinforced with both locks and material. Open it, put the book he got inside, and there you see something that resembles a very blocky gun and few canisters of fuel right next to it. As well as a revolver with a lot of ammo.
And he turns his head around.
And several grenades.
He turns his head around to Trevor and says, so where's the pussy?
Okay. It's beset. She's fine.
I heard that if she's indeed real, which seems to be, that apparently that you might have had the means to actually make it for two of them to exist right now.
Yeah, technically there was 3, but I don't know if that other one made it.
Oh, 3! Huh.
Yeah.
I gotta say that you are very you're somebody of means. I mean, how did you manage to clone a god?
Kronos did it.
Excuse me, who?
Kronos.
Who's,
Harold?
who's Kronos?
Kronos is a Greek god of time.
Oh well, I think here the father may have something to say about that. I'm not sure the father is.
Yes, Father, I was going to ask you about that. I was going to mention that we had met one of the Egyptian gods and how your feelings were on that.
If you're worried about me being upset or having negative emotions about you potentially coming into contact or worshipping other gods, I'm gonna have to disappoint you since I really don't find anything overly wrong with it.
But Father, I thought you were a religious man.
Oh, I am. But you need to understand, this is no longer the period of Christianic expansion. Today we cannot just go around killing people because they are not Christians.
But I'm sorry. You misunderstand me. I'm not saying that you need to go around killing anybody. But I'm just saying that I find it very strange for you to be so understanding to the mention of the existence of other gods when it was my understanding that your religion only allows for the existence of one god.
At that he would smile and start laughing briefly. Thank you for your concern, but there is a little fact that so many people tend to neglect. While true that there is only one true God, but, well, not to be precise, there are countless gods, but there is only one true God. Does that make any sense?
I see.
There can be thousands of gods, but only one is the true God. If that makes any sense.
Sure. Could you explain what exactly makes that one the true God versus? I mean, I'm just asking because I'm pretty sure over here, and he looks to his right, and he says, "I'm pretty sure over here, Mr. Dalian may have something else to say about that. Consider that he is the follower, or he has the he has adopted a version of a Vast at some point, and he managed to clone her. I'm pretty sure he witnessed some miracles from that god at some point.
If he managed to clone a god, that means it wasn't a god.
Well, technically a different god cloned that god. If that helps.
It wasn't really they were clone. It's more like different versions of different timelines. So it's not like
yeah,
clone.
maybe we should,
It's not the
maybe we
same.
should finish our adventure story. So yeah, there's a whole time travel.
Adventure would go a bit.
Oh, I was so
Why?
close! I was so close. Fuck. Well, I didn't get it. I was fucking close though.
Fascinating. Another. I never dealt with that.
Yeah,
I would
it's
love to find out
true.
if
Well-
the truth of this world is same or if it's similar to the other worlds.
And he gets up. He says, "You know what, gentlemen? I am very interested in all your views. I think all of you have exquisite points of view, and I am more than enlightened to look forward to listen to everything that you guys have to say. You, Father, with your pursuit of the true God, and you, sir, with the pursuit of the pussy god, and then you, sir, with the pursuit of, I don't even know what you follow, but nonetheless, I am very excited to hear of it, because you know what, ultimately what you all have in common is that you're here and you have survived something that was out of the ordinary. So I think all of you are still worth your money, regardless if you guys may not necessarily agree on each other's point of view. But I am going to grab my things, and he looks at Harold. He says, "Harold, I will see you at the boat. Just make sure they are on time, please." And he leaves.
I'll see you at the boat.
I have a feeling that traveling with that man is going to be challenging.
We'll begin, Jared.
If he is the most challenging thing you're gonna face on this thing, you're gonna have an easy time.
Yeah.
Well, I assume we won't be encountering doppelgangers. Oh God, I hope no doppelgangers.
This sucks so much.
They very, very much do. I was knocked out and mine threw me! Threw me! Mind you, of course, I didn't write that in my book. It wouldn't look well. But it threw me. It was very not nice. Unkind, unjust. Certainly something I would never do.
One of our
We should have won them.
On what?
Oh, nothing. You're gonna have to get much better prepared.
That's why I say we should have killed them.
Does any of you know how to wear a gambeson?
Oh, what?
I do not.
He's gonna get up, remove his jacket, and put it on the table, and the jacket is relatively thick and very heavy. It's
Oh,
how to explain. It contains several layers of cloth, leather, and well, in my case, it also contains just a bit of chainmail to take the heat. Well, at least to protect a bit against the guns. The jacket looks like an ordinary jacket.
So you got a jacket that looks like an ordinary jacket.
Gambeson. He wears a
it looks
gambeson,
like
which is
it's made
literally
out of
just a.
quilt.
Depends on the version. There are versions that
For
look
Ralph.
like they're made out of scraps of leather, and there are pieces that literally look like a coat or a jacket. Like
So it's
ordinary
kind of like
coat
one
or
of those
jacket.
jackets that look like it's made out of a bunch of patches sewed together, like different pieces of leather and whatnot attached together.
I'll look up. Not really. At least not his version. I'll look up and send you the pic of what he's wearing.
Okay, you're wearing a jacket, a leather jacket. Let's just leave it at that. So,
It's essentially just what your jacket.
all right. So after he left, is there anything you guys want to do, or do you guys just want to skip time until you meet on the at the port?
Would a vehicle fit on the boat? Is it like a big enough boat to fit like a truck, or is it not that kind of boat?
You wouldn't know that until you arrive. Unfortunately, he left, and maybe Harold knows that question, but
Yeah. Hey Harold, is this boat big enough to fit a truck? It might be good to have some extra transportation.
Harold,
What
go
kind of
ahead
cover
and
you
roll
thinking?
1d2, 1 for yes and 2 for no.
Got
Am
this.
I off? Again. Let's see. Oh, okay. Alright, 1d2. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, 1d2, 1 for yes and 2 for no.
Yes. We had a boat that's big enough.
Good deal. Well, in that case, I would go to my spot and pack up all my stuff into the truck, and if Frank and Harold want to join, I don't know if anyone else wants to hop in. Go over to the port.
Very well. It's alright if I accompany you.
Yeah. You might get hump seat, but sure.
It's fine. I'm just an old man. You know, I don't need special seating. He says, like, overly dramatically.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Good for
Abraham kind of just frowns slightly, but he just nods his head.
All right, so time goes by, and 9 a.m. arrives. You're all standing right there at the port, and you see Charles coming down from one of the boats, the biggest boat that is in there. He says, "Gentlemen, I am so delighted to see you. I am glad to see that you guys have made the right decision and decided to accompany me. Please come on board, and let me show you to your quarters and all the delightful things we have here on the boat. Ultimately, we're gonna be here on the boat for a couple weeks, so but we should, this journey should seem seamless. I mean, we'll get there, and you guys will feel like nothing has ever happened. I mean, we live for the adventure, right?"
Yeah.
So
Live for adventure lately is often the only thing people have, at least for me.
So he goes ahead and brings you in and starts bringing you to your quarters. He says, "Well, these are your quarters. But here we offer 2 meals a day. You can have whatever it is you decide to drink. Some people function better while intoxicated. Some of them don't. But that's that, really. I mean, all of you are free to do what you want to do. And it should take us no more than, let's see,
I've posted one
1 month to arrive to Peru.
of cabs dealers.
The 1 month to arrive to Peru, so things should go relatively fast. I mean, ultimately, unfortunately, we're gonna have to go all the way down south, and then we're gonna have to turn and come out the other side, coming back up north to be able to reach Peru. But we should be there in no time. So let's get going, shall we? And ultimately, when he said, "Let's get going," he starts walking around. Now it is summertime over there where you guys are at. So he goes ahead. He takes a vest that he has on. He takes it off, and he's wearing this medallion. It's a very weird medallion. You guys have not seen it before. It's round. It's got some stones. It almost looks as if it has a skull in the middle.
Oh, that's a very interesting medallion.
Okay.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Actually, and the father may disagree with this, but I actually found this medallion at some ruins that I found previously, and this medallion, I am pretty sure, is what's keeping me alive right now. I have what they call stage 3 cancer, and this medallion is preventing me from getting sick and everything. It's some of the best things ever.
Abraham kind of looks towards Charles, and he kind of mutters under his breath, "Only stage 3. He's complaining."
Yes.
And he doesn't have a psychotic genius trying to heal him, so
Is there a way we could do like, what kind of check will it be to see how coarse the medallion is?
Well, to do that, you will have to touch the medallion. and look at it up close. He's wearing it, so
I have a power that is like an exorcism essentially.
you're gonna do an
Is it
exorcism
very
to the medallion.
How? Yeah, I was gonna ask how noticeable is my spell?
Wait, you're trying to make an exorcism to a medallion.
Well, I just wanna like make sure that. Well, I wanna know how noticeable my spell is before I do it. Well, the thing is, I would rather exercise his medallion and he dies immediately than us having to fight the god just because he has like a cursed medallion or something along those lines. If he dies, you know.
He's paying us. Do you know how to operate a boat? I don't know how to operate a boat. Abraham
Do
doesn't
you-
know how to operate
Do
a
you
boat.
guys able to hear my mind? No. Okay. Perfect. All right. So.
So yeah, go ahead and
Megathrax.
roll your spell.
Is
Go
my
ahead.
my spell is it noticeable?
Well, you will need to have the medallion. You will have to steal the medallion.
Got you. So I need to be in contact with the thing. It's not just me. Like,
Right, you will have to be in
point
contact,
money.
and then you can do your ritual anywhere you want to.
Okay. It's a ritual. Okay.
I mean, yeah, but ultimately you can. I mean, you can try to do it on the go. If you could fool him into letting you touch it and allow you to hold it down for a couple minutes while you say this strange incantation, and then maybe you roll your something to see if he allows you to continue doing that or not. And if you succeed, considering that it might be a little stressful to have the medallion holding it in front of the guy that is wearing it at the same time, and he's actually anxious for you to let it go. So I don't know. Kind of hard to
Alright,
answer that question.
yeah, let me. Well, roll 20 decided to crash out of me. Anybody else have something to say?
I wanted to see if I could make an occult check on it.
Yeah, you can. That's the beauty of it. You
All right.
can. And no.
Okay.
Can I also roll an occult
Yes.
to see if? Okay.
Anybody can roll on it.
Actually, can I? Oh, Thunder got it.
Alright.
Let's go.
So when you roll a cold, you definitely identify the medallion as something very strange. It seems to have its own aura that after you roll it, you kind of like see it. It's not a light, but if you ever seen what heat looks like for example, have you ever seen the shadow of heat? That if you put a source of light towards the heat kind of makes this wavy movement. That's
Kinda
what it kind of
wobbly, yeah.
looks like around the medallion.
Interesting. Abraham would kind of approach Charles and ask, "Is it all right if I sketch the medallion for my book? I won't touch it. I just wish to sketch what it looks like."
Says, look, you can look at it from there, and if you want to change it, if you want to sketch it from there, you can. But no, by no means you can touch my medallion.
Very well. I won't touch it. And Abraham will begin sketching it. And he writes around the sketch strange aura, and he tries his best to like sketch what the aura looks like around it.
Right, that's fine, man. You can do that. you want to. I'm not gonna.
He will then take the sketch and sort of try to like secretly or at least subtly show it to the others. Since I think Abraham's the only one who saw the aura. So he kind of just like silently like taps the sketch and shows the other as subtly as possible.
Harold
Show
would definitely
everybody
look at
this-
it and
the
be like,
sketch.
kind of point out the aura and ask. Like look between the two of them. And it's kind of like, what's that?
Because I went. Yeah, both of them fell. I was gonna say to him, well, as you know, during our last adventure, we met the goddess. She gave me this power to enchant an item and make it stronger. If you would like, if you could lend it to me, I could enchant it and make it even stronger. Make sure it keeps you alive.
He says, you know,
You said a god?
Goddess.
you know, let me pray on it. Let me see what I should do. So he starts praying.
Cows. I wasn't gonna enchant it, I was gonna purify it, essentially.
So he starts praying on it. So let's see. He says, okay, fine, you know what? Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if you can make it stronger, it can only cure me faster. So, yeah, let's do that. And he says, you may hold it while I wear it.
Alright. I'm trying to find the thing. Okay.
I will not take my medallion off. So,
So what do I roll for that?
hold on. So do you have a spell for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one.
All right. So did you add the spell to your spells?
I
To your
I
list of
did.
spells?
I saw. I did. I did not. So I'm just doing it right now. There we go.
Okay, and I don't think you ever used it before, right?
I would have tried to use it during like my downtime. Like just to like know how it works at the very least.
Okay, so go ahead and
Not
roll your
necessarily
power
perfect,
then. Go ahead and roll your power. Let's go with that for right now. All right.
And that's another fragmatello power failure.
So, so as you're holding the medallion and you cast this spell, you see how everything else all of a sudden just becomes black.
Awesome.
Like you are just standing in the middle of nowhere. And literally nowhere, because everything is just dark, black. Almost as if it's the middle of the night and you have all your windows closed, all your doors closed, and you can't see anything. You're just like nothing. Go ahead and roll listen. You cannot hear much of anything either. Not only that you can't see, but you manage to see at very far away a source of light. A little light floating. It doesn't move. It's just floating there. Would you follow it?
Oh fuck. Will I follow it? That's a good question. I guess I will.
Very well. You start following the light, and whenever you get close, the light just moves a little bit further away, and a little bit further away, and a little bit further away. And then it finally gets to an area where there's a statue. There just happens to be a statue of this strange creature, and you're gonna be giving me a sanity roll right now. You're gonna give me a 1d6 sanity. But first first roll the sanity roll. Sorry, I should have told you to roll the sanity first. But that's fine.
I got a 6 and we
But
just
that's fine.
keep
You
that.
can roll the 1. You can still lose the 1 point. And what you see on that statue, I'm going to show you the statue. It's a statue that is just there. It's obviously all gray. It's not in color. And it's just standing over there. And you go around the statue and you look at it, and the statue just doesn't seem to move. And the funny thing is that no matter what angle you see it, the statue just stays there.
Alright, I am just gonna... Can I attempt to cast my spell again? If I cannot, I will run away.
Okay, so you start running away.
Okay, so I can cast the spell again. Awesome. Yeah, I'm running away.
And the more you run away, you see that, you know, the only thing you're achieving is that the light just starts looking further and further back. But then you're running like on nothing. It gets to the point that it looks almost as if you're in a treadmill because you're just running, but you don't necessarily see anything moving other than your body. So therefore, for all you know, you don't even know if you're advancing anymore or not. Go ahead and roll intelligence. So at this point in time, you figured out that you might not necessarily be moving anymore. Maybe you're just at the edge of something, and it's pushing you or holding you back so cleverly that maybe you're just not advancing anymore.
Huh.
So what do you want to do?
Let's see. Well, I am gonna sit down and pray to bust. Because I have no fucking idea what to do right now.
Alright. So the moment that you pray to Vast, you can see that the light that didn't used to move anymore, now it kind of does. Now it kind of shook violently.
Awesome. I love that so much.
You get that.
I figured you would.
Alright, I am gonna let me see what this. Please. Alright, I'm gonna keep praying. Let's go.
Alright, so the light, after violently shaking, just starts coming straight towards you real fast.
Awesome. I am gonna keep praying. I failed my intelligence roll. I love that for me.
And the moment that the light just gets right in front of you, you see that you are actually kneeling down and praying right in front of the statue.
Awesome.
And the statue keeps cracking and breaking. And as it cracks, it breaks. Parts of the statue starts falling, but when it falls, you see that the creature inside is still there. And it's actually starting to move. It's almost as if it
Awesome.
starts getting free.
Awesome. I'm gonna keep praying because I think it's working.
Go ahead and roll your
Keep
power.
Alright.
Can we see something weird from the outside?
No,
Or is
because
it-
he's just standing still. He's not really doing anything. Almost as if he's thinking. Alright, so the moment you roll your power, you see that this creature finally breaks free from the stone looking like thing that was controlling him, and it's stretching its huge tentacle on its head to grab you, but you just disappear. It appears standing right there in the boat, surrounded by everyone else.
I'm so sorry if I killed everyone. That was not my intention.
Oh no.
Yeah. I was
Don't
hoping.
worry.
Well, there was a girl in that pendant. My spell did not work, and now we're fucked.
And,
What do you do?
and Charles says, "Are you okay?"
Oh wait, is he not there? Do they not see the giant Cthulhu-like entity?
No.
Sir,
A what?
have you been drinking today? I mean, you know that we're in prohibition right now, right? I mean, we do have alcohol over here on the boat, but do you normally drink?
I saw you say that. I saw you said that there was like he was on the boat now.
You were on the
No,
boat.
you were on the boat.
Oh, I saw you say that the creature is now on the boat. I mean, how is earlier.
No.
Alright. Yeah, no, okay. No, in that case, I don't have anything to... Well, okay. It did not work. At all. And, Trevor, can I bring you aside for a second?
Yeah.
So when you
Yeah,
go
so you
walk
guys-
outside, like away for a moment with Trevor, you start walking, and Trevor kind of follows you. Go ahead and roll spot hidden.
Yeah, so you guys, I was quiet, and then suddenly I'm out, and I just tell you guys, oh, didn't work.
And as you roll
And then
spot
I just
hidden,
Trevor.
well, no, not Trevor, not Trevor. I want
Not sure we're Frank.
Frank.
Yeah,
to
we're
roll
both seeing
spot
this whole
hidden.
thing go down.
Yeah, Frank did roll spot hidden. All right, Frank. So as you start walking, you know you're on the side of the boat, and there's in the middle area. You know, there's doors. There's some ladders that they go to an upper area of the boat, and then there's a corner. And right off the corner, as you're walking around, you see this black hands, almost that they look like claws, part of that same tentacle thing that you were looking at before, like those hands, those clammy hands that you saw from that statue. But then, you know, you kind of see it from your peripheral view. But then once you look again, the hands are gone. It's almost as if the moment that you look straight at it, that you pay attention to it, there's nothing there.
Awesome, I love that. Alright, yeah, so hey, Frank, so Trevor, hey, I fucked up. I fucked up.
On the
I
spot.
fucked up bad. I fucked up bad.
What do you do?
I tell him everything.
Yeah, you did fuck up bad. um, you tell me that you saw the claws on the boat?
I tell you everything.
Oh, fuck, dude.
I know.
Frank.
I know.
Well,
I'll be right back while you guys
So it
discuss
was-
that.
so it was just in your head, right?
Was it? I was doing the spell that Bass gave me to basically expel a god in this amulet unless you have it looks extremely fucking cursed. And then I saw that vision. And while I was praying to Bass to help me in this situation, that happened.
Yeah, she's more hands off. With prayer,
Well,
I think
she-
she just enjoys. I think she just enjoys the conversation. She doesn't actually do anything with it.
I know, but I was at the point where I was like, I am fucked, I have no idea what to do, let me ask help from the one god I have a, let's say, neutral relationship with.
Yeah, no, I get. I get it. You're not alone. I've done it. Well, I think we should probably tell everyone, but the boss. I think
Yeah.
everyone should be kind of on some kind of high alert. But so you said that it was after you did that to his necklace, right?
Yeah, after I did my the best case me to expel god, essentially, that's when everything happened. I don't think it worked, as if that's not obvious enough.
Do you think there's a connection with him wearing that now, and that thing being released?
That sounds extremely plausible
Alright,
to me.
I'm back.
Yeah, let's keep him in the dark then. But we should probably let everyone else know.
Yeah.
So who are you keeping in
I
the
guess
dark?
I was gonna go back into the room and I was gonna just ask everyone else to join us except for the boss.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So, at this point in time, everybody probably just were shown to their quarters, which they will be conveniently located on the very bottom of the boat, because the boat will have only maybe one headquarter where actually, no, I'm sorry, I'm lying. It will have a few, but there will be just a few. So most of you guys will probably have to make do with being on the base of the boat, where all the where everything is being brought. Like the car is there, the any provisions that you guys are bringing in, any provisions, sorry, that you guys are bringing in, any equipment. So pretty much that's where you guys will be sleeping with sleeping bags. Yeah.
And so are we alone now, or is the boss still around?
No, the boss is probably doing his own thing. The boss doesn't necessarily
Okay.
seem like somebody that needs to have your company at all time. At least not while you guys are not, in the excursion right now. You guys are just simply on the boat, so he's just doing his own thing.
Okay, well then Frank and I will probably call everyone in for a little bit of a huddle.
All right.
First, Harold, what do you know about this guy?
He's very famous. I know he's very rich. I know basically all the same stuff you guys kind of know. If you're going to ask me about that medallion, I'm not 100% sure where. He went to a ruin. He said
Do you know where he went?
found it.
Where
Well,
did you
he
get
had done this beforehand.
Okay, well, Frank, Philman, or no,
I
Frank Philman.
I just tell you guys everything.
So, We should probably be on the lookout of anything off. Does anyone have any questions?
Can I roll a cult on like that story again? Or no?
Sure, I mean, you can roll a cult, but I mean, there's not
Well,
much
why
more to
not?
go on than the story that he's telling you. But yeah, roll a cult.
I meant more
I'm
like
more interested in
oh,
history.
the amulet, and then it can send him to like this weird realm thing.
Well, yeah, but you know, you're kind of
Obviously.
biased on that because I mean, you actually have to
So-
think about the fact that it's not just the amulet. Also, he was trying to do some sort of spell, which, you know,
Yeah.
at the same time that you don't know anything about the amulet, you also don't know anything about the spell that he's using. So
So,
who knows
well then.
who's
To
the
be
evil
perfectly
one at
honest,
this
I am-
point? The
I
only
will tell them
thing,
how the spell works, or like at the very least how it's supposed to work.
the only thing you determine out of that roll, Jake, is that you
I
don't
didn't
know.
roll yet.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So if you fail the roll, go ahead and roll. And let's see how you do. Okay. So-
even worse.
Push,
Wow.
push.
So the only thing you determine about the roll as it is that, you know, based on the things that are happening, you don't really know who to trust. I mean, the boss seems to have a weird medallion. But then, if you're not going to trust the boss for having a weird medallion, you also have some teammates that they casually talk about doing spells, and they were doing a spell to the weird medallion that the boss had. And then on top of that, they were sent God knows where. So everything's just weird.
Everyone should just lay off the booze so much. Everybody's such weaklings. Heck, where's some more booze?
I haven't drink. I am a doctor. I cannot afford to be drunk if I need to help you guys. I have not drunk. Have you guys seen me drunk? I've been with you all day.
I am technically a priest, so while I do have access to wine, its application is reserved for blessings and such. In English for that, for
I
gathering.
oh, sorry.
Partying up with the nuns.
It's a blessing.
And
Wait,
I
could I-
don't drink alcohol anymore. Long story.
Could I at least do
Sounds
psychology
gonna
on
be
the
fun.
person who said that they went into this trance thing? To see at least
Sure,
if they were
yeah.
lying or something.
Go for it.
Yay, something!
There you go. Well, no, you seem to determine that he seems truthful.
So either he's seeing things or it actually happened. He's not just pulling something out of their ass. Got it.
Exactly.
So there's also the problem of the fact that, and I don't know this for certain, but I've seen some stuff that it would be likely that the fact that whatever that thing is that got released is within the medallion and the boss is wearing it.
Well, no, you didn't
I don't
see
know
it.
that. Well, yeah, but
You didn't see it.
Frank.
Frank saw it.
well, yeah, but Frank told us about it, so I just
Yeah.
sure.
Yes.
But what was that?
Well, I guess I want to say, like, I was kind of right to do what I did because there's definitely something evil in that medallion. Even before I did anything.
Evil.
Well, do you not hear my description? Does that sound like a good thing to you?
Have you ever heard the description of an actual angel?
Alright,
A
but
servant
yeah.
of God.
I guess that's true. Okay, I guess that's true. I have heard that my family was religious. However, at the same time, the medallion is a skull. That's not very Christian now, is it?
Oh.
Yeah. Hey,
Doesn't
I
need
mean,
to be Christian, but I do see your point.
Constantine, aren't you an exorcist? It's like your forte.
And it is concerning. Yes, I could perform exorcism on it. It wouldn't even be that difficult. Problem is that he may not be willing to let me perform it. And that can be problematic. Because Vatican doesn't allow performance of exorcism without explicit permission from a family member or a person on whom the exorcism is performed. I am not joking. They inducted that law in I think it was 1870s or something like that.
You're a priest and you don't know. Sorry,
I say.
No, this is my out of
yeah, I know.
knowledge.
I know. I was being an asshole.
I know. Don't worry. I know.
I mean,
Anyway,
does anyone else have any thoughts on this?
I mean, I can
Well,
attempt to perform a rite to try and banish negative evil influences from the ship. It would be much different than performing it on a house. And if we are dealing with something evil within that amulet, it should be, with some luck, it should be cleansed. So we can try to bet on that possibility.
I mean, we can try. I don't think Wi-Fi is something unless it's like an actual spell. I don't think it's gonna work that well, but we can definitely try.
I will definitely tell you guys, probably do not mess with the thing while we're on a boat in an enclosed space in the middle of nowhere. We're probably going to get killed. So
Yeah, that's
why don't
very valid.
we get off?
Yeah, I'd say
The
for now, let's
fact
maybe just watch our
that we
P's and
are on a
Q's.
boat would actually increase chances of it working.
How do you figure?
Well, if Devil's Bible, yes, it's called Devil's Bible. Don't ask. Literally biggest collection of every ritual and rite that can be performed by a Christian priest, all written in one book. It's massive. It's called Devil's Bible because there is a drawing of a devil at the middle of the book.
Oh, that's nice.
And I
That
could
seems
try.
somewhat contradictory. I'm just saying.
I could try to cast my spell again. However, I don't know how if he's gonna let me try again, considering that I told him I already failed once.
Frank, no offense.
And
I would not recommend it.
The first time you cast the
would-
spell, I think you made things a lot worse.
I don't know
Either way,
what went wrong, but I know if I did manage to do it right this time, then I should be able to fix everything.
and what if
essentially.
you manage to do it wrong again? We don't need whatever this weird tentacle thing that only you can see for be a problem for all of us.
If you decide to gamble, wait until I perform the necessary rites. At very least, that way there will be a piece of safety that we can use to hide.
Or
Yeah,
perhaps a better idea. Perhaps we don't do that while we're on a boat in the middle of the ocean. Sorry,
Exactly.
was that too aggressive? I apologize.
No, it's perfectly fine.
I mean, the thing I wanna.
As a player, I actually liked it.
No, you're good. You're good. I do understand what all of you are saying. My issue here is this. I am worried that if I don't, that as something tells me it's already too late for us to like think of like, well, rather for me I guess, for me to think of, oh, better not do anything, just leave it alone. I feel like it's past that point. It got to the point that essentially I have to banish it rather than let it be, because it doesn't seem like it's just gonna stay still anymore.
Let it be.
So none of us have ever seen this thing, right?
No.
And you've seen it outside of whatever it was where you saw it, because you told
Can I get the super glue in my nails?
Trevor here about seeing hands outside.
Yeah, so I'm on the boat.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
do,
so I
you
feel like
feel,
it's too late already for me not to do anything essentially.
do you think it's just after you?
Could be.
So, if
Can I make a
that's-
roll
bring
for
it
that?
back.
Can I make a roll for that?
Alright, so what are you trying to roll?
To see if if it's after me, essentially, rather than if it's out.
No, a roll will not tell you that.
Alright. I have no idea. Could be not. That's not really a way for me to know at least.
Well, I mean, if it's just after you, it would be safer for either you away from us at that point, or I mean,
I mean,
And that's
I
the thing.
don't.
That's the thing. I don't know if it's after me. It could be after me. It could be after the wearer of the amulet. It could be literally just possessing him at this point. I don't know.
well, I say we try to give it at least a day to kind of find out if it's after you. Tell us if it is.
I
And if
will.
any of you others happen to see something, I mean, we got to keep in close contact with this, because otherwise, I mean, we're all going to go if we don't control this.
Yes.
So what's the consensus then? What are we doing?
We are doing nothing.
Yeah. Wait and
Caution.
see. Wait and see.
Yeah.
Alright.
And
Alright, so-
in the meantime, you hear me?
Yeah, I
Yes.
can hear you.
In the meantime, Constantine is going to perform. Well, this is actually going to try and blast the entire boat.
Everyone in there or just the boat?
He can to bless everyone. He would need to gather everyone for the. I think that expression in English is mass.
Yeah, mass.
At the mass, so he can perform the necessary rites. So for now, he's just going to do it on the ship.
Perfect. Sounds
fact,
like an excellent idea.
Will they have to roll something,
No,
or is it
no,
just
for
fun?
blessing the boat, you just bless the boat. I mean, it's not a spell.
It's not. It's just a rite.
Right. So yeah, you just go around spraying water everywhere, like blessing the boat.
Praying.
Yeah, that's what you do.
So Abraham, while everyone was kind of discussing, would take out from his jacket a really weird looking golden pocket watch and open it to see if any of the hands are moving. And the hands move when something supernatural is nearby or he's going to be part of something supernatural. So he just looks at it and sees if it's moving or not.
Spot hidden. Actually, no, not even spot hidden. Power.
Power. Alright.
100% power. Yeah.
The weird family heirloom that shows up in every one of their pockets whenever one of them dies. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen.
No, nothing. You don't get anything from that. Alright, so you guys pretty much finished discussing whatever it is that you were discussing about your ideas and superstitions and whatever else. And then all of a sudden, slowly, you start to come out of that little corridor where you guys were hiding to talk, and nobody was really looking, so you're fine. And as you come out, Frank, go ahead and roll your power again, please. Thank you.
There we go. That's a Frank roll right there. 51 out of 50.
And when you
God damn it, Frank. I love you. I love him so much. But fuck if he cannot roll bad.
you open the door, and when you open the door, you see that a shadow just leaves very quickly. And it's almost like
that is so cool.
It's almost like you just open the door, you look down, and you see almost as if there's a man in front of you, but you don't see the man, you just see the shade, the shadow. And then you look up to look at the man, but the man is gone.
I love that so much for me.
So at that point, go ahead and roll a 1d3. Actually, go ahead and roll sanity. Sanity first.
Yeah.
Sanity first. Because at this point, it's not necessarily driving you crazy, but you notice that something's going on. It starts making you a little bit uncomfortable. It's like, okay, so first time, whatever. Now it's just second time. It's just starting to happen more and more often. So you guys just leave, and what do you guys want to do? Do you want to do something specific until you get to Peru, or do you just want to skip till you get to Peru?
I mean, unless something happens, I don't think we will be doing much more than
Playing cards.
potentially getting to know each other, playing cards, discovering that blessings, including drinking wine, can be done at any time during the week, and not just during the Sunday. And that there is technically no limitation to how much wine you can drink.
I love being blessed.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Abraham will probably just be like getting to know everyone. Also, like, clearly anything they tell him, he's writing down in his notes to be used in the book he's writing.
All right. So you guys pretty much just talk and get to know each other as you go.
Yeah, that sounds alright.
All right.
Yeah, most likely, because you guys are getting to know Abraham, you would learn that he actually has like stage 4 cancer, and that the doctors are really confused of how he's still walking about, but he basically says that he probably doesn't have much longer to live. Less than a year.
Yeah, I mean, we have the good scientists back home fixing you up. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah. Sure, let God, Abraham, I know you're intelligent, but Abraham's an idiot when it comes to people. He tries to trust in the best of them, even when there's not really the best of them to be had.
I mean, honestly, if you want somebody fixing you up in the 1920s, it's Edward, because he's probably the only one who actually got.
Edward. Oh God.
Go ahead and roll intelligence. What's his name? Shoot, I completely forgot the name of that character. To Abraham or Chaos, your character.
Abraham, yes.
Abraham,
Alright, I'll roll
yeah.
intelligence.
Go ahead and roll intelligence.
Oh, come on! Intelligence is like one of the only things they're good at. Come on. Sorry, I'm upset.
All right.
61 versus 60. Great.
All right. Well,
I feel that so much.
you're just like, huh? If only there
That
was
was like my
something that
role.
could cure my cancer. Oh well,
Like,
Some-
I don't know, the medallion that
someday-
everyone steal anyway.
Someday I'll find it. Someday I'll find it.
Yeah, one day.
So, all right. So time goes by, and eventually, after a couple of months, a month and some days, you arrive to Peru. Very hot, and you guys pretty much stop at the port. They slowly start getting everything out of the boat, and Charles says, "Okay, well, I hope you guys are ready. Make sure you guys have everything you need. We're going to be. I got the map right here. We're going to be heading out. It's going to be quite the excursion. So, if you need something, make sure you grab it now because we're not coming back until we get whatever we're looking for, no matter what."
Did you manage to get the items I requested?
Yeah. That's fine, he says. I did get everything you guys asked for.
Pack everything to the truck.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure we'll be more than okay, he says. And he puts his hand on his chest, almost as giving a hug to himself, touching that medallion of his.
I love that.
I think this is gonna be a great experience and a great time we're gonna have. I can feel that everything is just gonna go great, especially having such a great company such as yours.
Yeah.
You should share your confidence, sir.
Well, I am sharing it
You should do.
by talking to you and trying to motivate you. I mean, we have some great expertise here that comes with us. I mean, I cannot tell you what a treasure it has been to be able to go around and find things, find these clues and stuff. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to accomplish it without Harold's help. Harold has been of the utmost help for me.
Harold. We should probably keep an eye on Harold. The Harold, is Mr. Harold over here the one who managed to find this amulet for you?
Well, no, he didn't find the amulet from me. I hired him, much like I hired you guys, and he just assisted me into finding it, much like you guys are assisting me now. He's in for the money, much like you guys are.
Right.
And most likely the adventure and, the chance at finding treasures, fame, discoveries.
Alright, that's good information.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that if each one of you has your own real reasons as to why you're here besides the money.
Pretty much it.
Well, money
I won't
talks.
dispute that fact.
Money talks, that's for sure. So, alright. He says, Harold, is everything ready to go?
Yes, I believe it is all ready to go.
Alright, well, let's get on it. Let's get on the truck and let's start going. He gets on the wheel and he starts driving. And off you guys go. And you drive possibly for about 3 hours or so. And at that point, you get to some rocky area where the vehicle cannot afford to drive anymore. And Hale says, okay, well, I'm pretty sure we're very close. Based on this map, says, I think the area where we're going just seems to be, I don't know, like probably 2 football fields away from where you're at. I mean, we might have to hop here and there, walk carefully. There may be a little bit of climbing, if anything. But I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, what would we?
I mean, I don't think... Do you guys see anyone around here? I haven't seen a soul yet.
I mean, have we?
Can we roll a spot hidden?
You can.
Nice.
Yeah, let's see.
But everyone has a soul.
There's like 10 people over there.
Oh,
I'm blind.
Haha.
Oh, come on, guys.
No
One
one's...
dude can see, the rest of them blind.
I saw. I got extreme success. 10 out of 80.
Federico. Frank
Yes.
Metello actually does see somebody for a second.
Awesome! Awesome! I love that for me so much.
For a second, you see that right behind Charles. For a moment, you could have thought that there was one of the other guys. However, when you look behind him, there's no one there. For just a
I
second.
push it, and I got an 83. That's insanely stupid. What's going on with my leg? What's going on with my leg? What's going on with my leg?
And Harold, actually, hold on, Federico. Right now, since you've been seeing this thing quite a bit, now you're starting to get a little bit more worried that you're seeing the same thing. So go ahead and roll sanity for me. And Harold, once you start looking, unfortunately, some dirt gets into your eye. So go ahead and give me a 1d3. You start scratching your eye profusely.
What the fuck is with my rolls? They're so fucking bad.
Hey, dude, you made it. You
Hey, you
made
made
it.
it.
Don't worry.
You
Oh, look
made
at that. That's fucking nice. That's like the bare minimum. Literally the bare minimum.
Hey,
Did
but
you
that
roll
works.
48? The last one was 48.
That works. All right.
So- So I didn't see anything with the 10 out of 80, right? So that so there's nothing around, pretty much.
Yes.
Okay.
So Charles gets out of the truck, and when he gets out of the truck, he tries to get his bag, and he gets his bag out, and he says, "Okay, are you guys ready? We're ready to go."
Yes, I know I am at least.
Harold,
Yes.
how we doing?
We're doing good.
Okay, let's go then. He just started climbing and walking.
I'm gonna,
So I
I'm
want
gonna turn
everybody
up
to
the-
roll. I want everybody to roll. I'm gonna tell you what, because I can't remember the name of that stat. Dexterity. Your favorite. Dexterity, yeah.
I actually have decent dexterity.
Perfect.
Oh,
Because
Abraham,
the
you
ground-
old crippled fucker.
Because the
Oh.
ground,
How?
the ground has like dirt and rocks and
Oh,
pebbles,
damn.
so you
I'm
may
the
slip.
only
Turn
one.
your eye, man. There's really a crash.
So, Harold, go ahead and roll a 1d3 for me, please. You just slip and you slide down and you put your hands down as you fall, and you may get a little scraped.
It's a stinking thing in my eye.
Can I do some first aid, please, on
Of
him?
course. Yeah, you can. You sure can.
God damn it,
The
Harold.
weird tentacle creature isn't mad at Frank Navy. It's actually mad at Harold.
No. Don't bring my weird tentacle creature into your sack-ass rolls. That's not my weird tentacle creature's fault.
Harold, go ahead and roll a 1d3.
Frank's got his own suck-ass rolls.
You know what? I'm gonna
Oh,
slap
God,
you.
you killed it. You killed it, though. Look at that.
Harold, go ahead and roll 1d3.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. You recover 2 points.
Yeah.
All right. So you continue walking, and you see that there's this temple. The temple looks like your typical Peruvian temple. You know, kind of got squarish angles, all these rooms everywhere, and it's got an entrance. Now, the temple doesn't seem to be very well taken care of. It seems to be very, very old. And it's just there. There seems to be some light inside. You guys see some torches inside.
Are they lit?
Yep. And Charles says, "Ooh, there's light. Look, we should go in. We're gonna be able to see."
Yeah, you should probably let one of us go ahead of you before you.
Oh.
Let's make sure it's safe.
Well, yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'll be right behind you. Ultimately, I want to see exactly what's in there. I don't want to miss a detail. I need to know everything. I mean, after all, I am the boss.
You are.
Yeah, we know.
I'll take a peek. Well, first, so is it just around the corner, you said?
So when you
Or
look
is it
inside, you see a hallway. There's
Yeah.
torches on each side of the wall, and everything seems to be dusty with maybe a little bit of sand or dirt. But nothing too crazy. The corridor seems to go on until there's some stairs that go towards the left, and that's as far as you can see.
Okay. Abraham, do you have weapons?
What did you say?
Do you have any weapons?
Abraham would kind of look at his cane and go, in a way, yes.
Okay, here, I got a spotlight. I'm gonna hand that to you so you can hold the light, okay?
Yeah, and Abraham grabs the light.
I guess I'll start walking in.
And Abraham
taking a
will
few steps.
follow a little bit behind him.
All right. So who's going to be the first one? The first person going.
I will be.
Okay.
That's unless that's a,
Go ahead and roll
unless someone wants to volunteer.
your luck. So, as you take a step, a gigantic rock just falls from the ceiling and blocks the entrance. What do you do?
Well, how big of a rock are we talking?
About 6 feet tall. I want to say at least, I don't know, 5 inches thick, like long. 5 inches long, like not like vertical, but horizontal, like pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Thickness, yeah.
Yeah. And at all that, Charles says, "Okay, so I brought you guys here to make things easier for me, not to complicate more things. What is this?
Okay.
What did you do?
What? I didn't do anything.
Obviously, you
right.
did something. If this happened,
Do you want me to fix it, or do you want to bitch?
yes, I want you to look. You should have been fixing it already, considering that you did it."
You're too busy bitching about it. I don't know what the fuck. I'm gonna pull out the 10 sticks of dynamite with 100 foot of fuse cable, and
You're gonna
Maybe-
get the whole temple to
Don't-
crumble down. He says,
well,
"Are
does
you
anyone else have any
crazy?
better ideas?
Are you
I
crazy?"
mean, we could work together to push it, if possible.
Austin is just going to look at your character with the expression, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, no, that's not like that's a child's frog. I don't think we can push that. Unless you have some kind of like super strength that you
No,
did not
definitely
mention.
not.
Yeah, Abraham, you're gonna bust out your muscles.
Yes, the cancerous 60-year-old man muscles.
And Charles says, "You know what? This is incredible. I can't believe that we're having this.
Relax,
Set-
relax. We are gonna figure this out. We're gonna
I
figure this
I
out.
thought that
Just
we
be
had.
patient.
I am patient. I am patient, but I'm definitely disappointed on this setback."
Here, how about this? I'm gonna bust out my hand drill kit to see if I can start drilling into the rock, possibly. The same diameter as one stick of dynamite, like directly in the middle of it, to try to like get the center of the rock to drill a hole that's big enough to fit a stick of dynamite into it. Is there something that I have to roll for that, or
You're gonna blow dynamite? Is that what you're saying?
well, I was gonna put a single stick of dynamite and bore a hole into the rock. Stick one single dynamite into the middle of the rock to try to have the explosion encased mostly inside the rock to crumble the rock rather than having a big explosion on the outside. Was my plan.
And Charles says, "You know what? I cannot afford you blowing any dynamite over here unless there's nothing else we can do. Let me see if I can resolve this, much like everything else. I can't believe I'm bringing you guys when I have to continue fixing things on my own. This is just insane. And you, Harold, I mean, what's going on here?" So,
Hey, I told you to hire these people because they know what they're doing. They've
Clearly.
been through all this crap, and you're not letting them work.
clearly. So he goes ahead. He gets in front of the rock. He puts one hand on the rock and the other hand on his chest. And then he pushes the door and the rock just shatters and crumbles down.
Directly at Harold and Frank.
Okay, so I'm gonna kill him now. I feel like that's enough for us to kill him. He's definitely not.
He's like, "Look, we didn't have to use dynamite. We all could have pushed it. But you guys could have pushed it. If I can push it on my own, you guys can push it too."
No, am I the, is anyone, how did you do that? You have stage 3 cancer.
I just pushed it. I prayed and I pushed it. Look, I'm going inside because you're right. I have stage 3 cancer and I have to find a cure. And maybe your friend over here, Abraham, wants to find the cure for the cancer too. So let's just get going in and see if those of us that are sick can get better while you guys determine and figure it out exactly what's possible and what's not.
Abraham would nod, and if Charles goes ahead inside, Abraham will follow after him.
I think he's definitely not human. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's either not human or he was human, but right now that thing is definitely making him less human. If that makes
I would
sense.
say less human, more disturbingly stronger.
So, Frank
Okay.
will go ahead and will roll. I guess you can roll. Whoa, what the heck just happened? I guess you can roll spot hidden. I guess that's the only thing I can think of right now. Perfect.
They're going inside.
And when you-
to-
When you're talking, you know, about how he might not be human and blah 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 blah, you kind of look to the side and you see some fingers on your shoulders, and then those fingers kind of like trickle down your spine, and then they just seem to disappear. But when you turn around, you see that there's no one there.
Motherfucker.
Sanity.
Alright,
Sanity.
so hey guys, yes. Do you see something touching my back?
So go ahead and roll a
Did-
1d3, please, for me.
Yep.
Oh, we didn't see nothing touch.
Nothing.
I just felt something touch my back.
Maybe like a bug moved up your back or something?
It was a hand.
I'm gonna cautiously follow behind Charles, probably. Like, I don't want to ditch Abraham to this guy. But I'm gonna definitely stay back to kind of conversate with the group if they want.
Oh my god, sorry, let me roll.
/roll 1d3.
Ah, I put rolled. God damn it.
So like
I am
this.
I am in a very dark room and I don't see my keyboard. So what the fuck?
So like that, like I just put
Thank
it
you.
without the
Thank you.
space. /roll space
Thank
1d3.
you. Alright. Can I do an intelligence roll to see if I can just knock Charles out and get his amulet and perform the exorcism again?
You can do an intelligence roll if you want, but I mean,
Yeah, let me edit my
at the
sanity
state
first.
you're in. At the state you're in, you first. How many points of? Hold on. Let's figure out how many points of sanity do you?
2. I lost 2.
Okay, 2. Okay. So, for all you know, based on the weird stuff you're seeing and currently feeling, definitely you are convinced that the medallion may have something to do with everything. That the medallion most likely is the cause of you seeing whatever it is you're seeing. I mean, that much I will allow you to have. That conclusion, sure, you can come up with that conclusion easily. So, in the meantime, Charles walks in, turns around. I mean, he's like probably, I want to say 6 to 7 feet away, deep inside of the temple. Is this? Are you guys coming, or am I paying you just to stay outside?
We're falling behind.
Run away.
I had no idea we stopped.
We're following him.
I'm gonna get like a little notepad and just write what I think about the amulet and whether we should knock him out and pass it to Trevor because he's the only one I really trust right now.
Okay, you
Those ones are kind of strangers to me.
go ahead and write whatever you want. And okay, so you guys go in. Finally, you get to the stairs, and Frank obviously leads the charge. He's on there, and when he gets to the stairs, the bottom of the stairs, there's a smaller room. However, the room is a square room that doesn't necessarily have any exits. And Frank and Charles says, "Okay, well, this is not right. We saw the torches lit out there, so somebody had to go out of somewhere here. We need to find out exactly where's the entrance."
So what's all in the room?
Yes.
What's all in there?
Oh, in the room there's some torches here and there. There's a floor made out of rock, and the walls are made out of rock too, with a ceiling. There's a middle contraption over there that is sort of like a table.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, just go ahead and check the middle table. It's not like an altar or anything, right? Or just a middle table.
It just seems to be like a table. It could be an altar. It's like something built out of just rock. It's flat rock.
I want to inspect it to kind of see if there's anything on it.
Little roll spot hidden.
Can I also roll a spot hidden?
Yep.
Okay.
What are you guys doing over there?
Oh, we're
Can I?
and Charles says, "Well, we're trying to find whatever contraption opens this doors. I mean, before your comrade here decides that it's a good idea to use dynamite in here too."
I wouldn't necessarily call it a bad idea.
So
Oh.
the father, not the father, sorry, Ignacio Rojas.
Please push that. Please push that. Please push that.
Ignacio goes ahead and finds something that looks very strange. There's this side of the table that to him it just looks very, very strange. Go ahead and roll strength, Father Ignacio Rojas. Or not father, I don't think you're
I
a
never
father.
said I was a father.
Yeah, no, you're not a father. But roll strength for me. Alright. So you got some strength.
Hey!
But luckily for you, that strength roll allows you to push a little bit harder than usual. And when you push a little bit harder than usual, you see how the table moves a little bit, but it dislocates your shoulder, unfortunately. And go ahead and give me a 1d3, please.
At least it didn't pull your back.
Very well. So then Charles says, "Wow, that table moved. He had something. Go back and push again. You had it."
I'll use the arm that's functioning right now.
Yes, yes. Use whatever you need to use. Just push on.
And what do I do then? Just roll again.
Yeah, you're gonna roll strength.
Hey!
Likes to play with his luck. And yeah, and eventually, very, very slowly, because you only have one arm, and you're in quite a bit of pain. Ultimately, you have a dislocated shoulder still, but the table moves, and it reveals another set of stairs that head down.
Oh my.
and he says, "Look at that! It takes a man with one arm to find the solution. It's just amazing. Thank goodness I brought so many of you.
Me out with my arm.
Thank God I brought so many of you. Maybe each one of you has its uses depending on the area that we're in. That's good thinking. So, let's hurry up." And he just jumps down and runs downstairs. Anybody wants to roll first aid for
Let me try.
Ignacio Rojas?
I got it.
Uh,
I got it. Don't worry about it.
Wait, give me a second. I have 19.
Yep.
Oh,
First-
Oh, wow! Yours is even better than mine.
Go ahead and roll 1d3. Ignacio Rojas.
Okay.
You want to roll for healing yourself, or should I?
No, he
I got
already put his shoulder back together, so he recovered 3. All right.
I only got 1 damage, so anything that recovers me to health.
All right.
Recovers full
So,
health.
yeah. So as you guys get down there, you see this. Go ahead, everybody. Go ahead and roll spot hidden.
This is gonna be bad.
There is something more in my eye.
All of us are just Harold.
Everybody.
Okay. Let's sacrifice 1 point of luck to make it a success.
Okay. And Charles says, "They're here. They're here already. I knew somebody was gonna be here before us. Look." And you guys look. And when you look, you notice that there's this hooded man right at the bottom of the stairs, but they have not seen you yet. A little bit of ways away, looking inside of a room that is like more like a cavern than anything. It's got this area on the sides that there's different treasures on it, and they're just going through it. And this one guy just seems to be reading out of a book that he's grabbing from a middle pedestal that is in there. And this other guy just grabs another medallion. What do you guys do?
What do you do?
Yeah, that is a good question. Is it medallion like the one that our friend here has, or is it different?
What kind of how are we able to be descriptive from that far away? You know, it's a medallion.
Does it look the same size at least?
Possibly a bit bigger.
All right.
He says, "I bet you
I'm a doctor.
that medallion. I bet you that's secure for my cancer. I really need to go down there. We have to take that away from him."
You're not going down on your own. Okay, who
Okay,
amongst you guys has a
then-
good throwing can?
Then you go. Then you guys
I
go.
do.
Have a good what?
Throwing can. Who knows how to throw
I
a
am.
good distance? Okay?
Not me.
Constantly.
What are you
Constantly is
guys
going to
planning to
could-
throw?
open.
I got 20.
What are you guys planning to
70.
throw?
Constantly is going to open his bag and pull out a small contraption that looks like a hand grenade. It doesn't pack much of a punch, but it will burn everything caught in it.
Nice.
It's mostly lethal to organics.
Are you really gonna throw a grenade inside of a cave? Of a cavern?
It doesn't explode. It burns quickly.
There's a book down there. We're gonna burn it.
And we don't know what that book is. We may need it.
Yeah. Why don't you just go down there, you shoot him, And then we get their stuff.
How many?
I'm sorry, I did not sign up for killing people. That wasn't part of what I signed up for. That was
Neither
actually-
I. This isn't
Oh.
part of our contract.
Well, you signed up for doing whatever it is we need to do in order to be able to get that.
Alright, I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor, right? So I'm not gonna do that. Say that.
That's
I'm not
why
gonna do that.
we have more than one person.
Exactly.
Trevor.
Yeah.
Me and you want to go knock him out?
Wait, we only saw one person, but we heard multiple people talking. Correct?
Well, no, there's at least after you guys kept talking and all that, you guys saw. Oh, hold on, I gotta roll again. There's more than one person. It's at least 3 people down there. All hooded, so you cannot really tell what they look like or anything. They seem to have a hood, they seem to have robes, and masks. They seem to have this very strange masks.
Let's
Okay.
go out and chat.
If you
I'm
believe
gonna look
you
at
can,
Frank and I'm just
can
gonna
talk
say,
with
like, let's
them,
just see
I
how this
will
plays
not
out.
stop you. Do not stop you to attempt speaking with them. But it's certain that if they shoot you, even if you get down due to being shot, even if you're still alive, I will incinerate everything downstairs.
No, dude.
I mean, second option
This
is
is
if somebody knows how to adjust the charge in the grenade to incinerate the air without damaging people.
that is sort of what they look like.
If we don't come back, that's a good backup option. Harold, anyone else want to join?
Abraham would kind of look at it.
They look
I'm
fucking
not sure.
evil. They look fucking evil. Okay, I don't mind killing them. I said it was like regular
Yeah.
people. I said it was like exploders. I was just like, I don't know when I kill some exploders.
Yeah, Abraham will help. Abraham will go down and help.
Okay, since you are still upstairs, you have to head downstairs. Go ahead and roll stealth. Look at Trevor. Go, Trevor, go. Stealthy Trevor. So
We all roll with
Ignacio.
stealth?
Yeah, everybody rolled stealth.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, thank
whoa.
God.
Holy
Oh, man.
Like I said, not fuck with cancer charm, okay?
I'm not gonna get down.
Abraham just formed into a ghost.
I'm not even gonna try. I don't wanna like. Oh well, if everybody's trying and they're failing, then I can try too. I was gonna say, oh, never mind. I'll have succeeded. So
Well, the
I'd rather do
cultists
that.
actually look up because obviously Harold unfortunately failed the roll, and also
But-
Ignacio. They look up, and
I
in
was
some sort of
planning to go
strange
down
language. So what?
Originally, I wasn't planning to go down. I was gonna stay up and look for.
Oh,
what's
okay.
the
Well,
road.
you don't have to roll if you stay up there.
Oh,
But
okay.
Harold, do you go downstairs?
Oh, I was going downstairs for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, they hear you coming down, so they look up, and they
I'm going
just
only halfway.
the cultists, they say something to each other in this very strange language.
Is it Spanish or Latin?
It seems to be Latinish.
Oh, I know Latin. Well, Abraham knows Latin very badly, but he knows Latin.
Also, have some knowledge in Latin.
Can I roll to see if Abraham understands a little bit what they're saying?
Yeah, you can. Well, a little bit.
Okay. He knows Latin, so that's what I'm rolling. I mean, he's not very good at Latin, but he knows Latin. Yeah, I knew that was.
Oh,
Okay,
can I
let's
try
see if
to?
I understand.
Okay.
You know, I think they're trying to tell us that they want the bathroom.
In that moment that they see you, a portal opens up. Everybody go ahead and roll sanity, please. Thank you.
I'm gonna push now. Nope, alright.
Ah, shit.
I actually have decent Latin, I forgot that.
Damn, okay, everyone's fucked.
Wow. All right, so everybody go ahead and roll a 1d4. Oh, look at Harold bragging.
Feel one thing, I made it happen another.
How I'm being a dumbass. Hold on one moment.
Now,
One.
Frank, on top of that, when the portal opens, you see that this creature that you saw in the darkness, whatever, on the statue, seems to be right next to the portal. And then it goes through the portal along with the cultists. And then the portal closes, and as the portal closes, the creature, I mean, as the portal is closing out, the creature sticks its arm out and drops the book. And then the portal closes out.
I'm gonna, before it closes, I'm gonna grab my my machine gun and I'm just gonna fire at the creature.
Okay.
No.
And you see
Good
that
luck.
the bullets just go through the portal, but nothing really happens.
Awesome. I love
At
it
least
for
we
me.
don't hear
Yeah,
if
that's
something
track.
happened.
Alright, so what do you guys do next?
Abraham would try to go down and grab the book.
Okay.
Why would it leave the book for us?
So
Because
and
he's an
I'm-
author. He likes books.
No, not why you're getting the book. Why would the
Yeah.
monster leave the
Oh,
book?
that,
for us?
yeah.
well, you guys don't
I'm
see
gonna
the monster.
run.
You
I'm
guys
gonna
don't
run
see
and
the
attempt to
monster. The
wrestle
only one
and-
that sees that monster thing is Frank.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
when- when the book-
We only saw the cultists.
right. So what the way that you see things is almost like somebody throws the book out. You don't get to see the hand that drops it or anything. For all you know, somebody just unfortunately dropped the book or threw the book. You even might be
does-
able to think that it was an accident that the book got back
Does
there.
it seem like? Yeah. Does it seem like did he look at me while he was dropping the book? Like, does it seem like he was dropping it to me, or did he seem like he was just dropping the book?
Well, considering that you lost 4 points of sanity, you sure could have been
One.
looking at you.
1 point. 1 point.
No, so far since you started 4.
3.
Okay, still. Yeah, definitely looked at you. Even smiled
Alright,
and blew you a kiss.
Awesome. I love that so much. I am gonna go ahead and run, sprint, and just tackle one of the cultists.
So the cultists are gone. They went through the portal.
Oh, they're done. Oh, they went through a portal.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So there's only the book.
There's only the book.
Which Abraham is going towards to pick up.
All right.
Okay. So when you pick up the book, Charles says, well, if you're going to look at the book, that's fine, but I'm going to read that book too. I need to find out exactly what they took, and what can we do about it to try to recover it?
Me too.
Abraham
If-
agrees with that, but he looks towards the rest of the group.
If
to
I
double
may,
check.
they have been talking about searching for something, not that they found something here. Unless they were making a show for us, they were looking, either wasn't here or is still
They
here.
open a portal. They could be anywhere right now. Can you open portals? Because if you can't, I don't think discussing about this right now is helping us.
I think we should at least take some time to, if someone plans to read a
Yeah, but you know what? Maybe
Read
maybe
the book
while
to
we're
read
on the
it.
boat heading to wherever we gotta head next to be able to find that thing, that possibly be a good idea. Not right now that we're wasting time. We need to find out as quickly as possible where they are so we can head there. If they're somewhere.
Could I go?
This might be an unpopular opinion, but we might want to just burn the fucking book.
Well,
So,
this book
Harold-
currently is our only clue. I
Actually, not
understand
Harold,
that
sorry.
this thing is most likely some level of supernatural, but this book currently is our only clue unless we.
Yeah, I don't
Continue to
think
search through
supernatural
the
is a. I don't think supernatural is a problem. The problem I think is fucking curse. But I think this. I'm okay leaving this to a vote of the majority. If I just want to make my opinion. I want to put my opinion out there. You can do whatever you want.
Okay, so Abraham, are
I
you
agree
gonna
that we should I agree that you should destroy the book.
read the
Most people won't, but wouldn't. But I believe that we should get rid of it.
Abraham, are you gonna read the book?
Abraham plans to, yes.
Okay, so kind of eye the book. Go ahead and roll sanity.
Can I have my shotgun on his face, please? That's a joke. I'm going to do that.
Ah,
Oh.
So when you look at the book, you start scrolling through pages, and then I mean, at first you start reading it slowly, and then you start scrolling through pages faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, and eventually you drop it on the ground. Go ahead and roll a 1d10. So at that point, you see that there is an image of the creature that ultimately Frank described. And then when you close your eyes now and you revive that memory of the portal closing, now you can clearly see that creature. And you lose 4 points of sanity. I believe that will be at least 5 on this session that you
Yes.
lost. So go ahead and roll a 1d8 for me, please.
alright.
Maybe I should have had my shotgun on his face.
5. So this is what happens to you next. And go ahead and roll a 1d10 for me.
Oh no. Yeah, okay.
So you start seeing one of the other fellas as your love interest.
Oh no.
Whoever that love interest is for one turn. And you probably haven't seen that love interest for a while. You also have a bout of madness, which is going to give you this. Actually, no, I'm sorry, not that. You're gonna get a phobia because you already rolled the 1d8. There. You get that.
You know, considering, consider the
You
following.
haven't seen the love of your life for so long, but you also can't have sex.
I mean, technically, she's like older than he is, so like I don't think they are having.
So
much
one of the fellas actually becomes that love interest that you miss so much.
Edith, his wife.
Yeah, and you just go crazy, you know. You're just like, oh my god, and you're just out of control. There's nothing you can do. So let's figure out which one's
Edith?
gonna be.
Edith, what are you doing here, Edith? It's not safe here. No, I left you at the manor for a reason. And he looks at one of the random guys.
Are you gonna roll for that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that will be Harold. Harold becomes Edith.
Abraham approaches Edith, his hand like resting on his cane so hard his knuckles look white.
Can we get the book for me this time?
He dropped the book.
Abraham dropped the book.
All right.
So the moment that you dropped it, really, Charles would have grabbed that book.
Yeah.
Keeper,
Oh,
What?
as he's freaking out, Hasna is going to start to whistle, and I'm going to try using the whistling within a certain rhythm, so to speak. I'm going to attempt to use it as a rhythm that slowly grows in as a tuning for a prayer. I'm going to attempt to use it to activate hypnosis on him. Just
But since you're
Freeze him up.
using very weird methods to do that, you can roll the hypnosis, but you're gonna have to roll it hard.
hypnosis.
Especially since he's
doesn't
not even.
have a specific triggering method. And
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't need to say anything to stop the enemy, to stop a target from moving.
perfect.
As
There you
long
go.
as they can hear or see what I'm using as a method.
Go ahead. Yeah, you can go ahead and do that.
Okay,
Charles
please
starts
work.
reading the book. Charles starts looking at the book.
Okay,
So let's see if Charles is
Our state?
immune to your hypnosis or not. Give me just a sec. See, where's Charles?
I wasn't really aiming for Charles. I was aiming for our friend that's
Oh, okay.
Going
Well
ab-
then, he
for
gets to
Abraham.
roll. He gets
Honestly,
to roll,
maybe you should aim for Charles. Maybe you should aim for fucking Charles.
he gets to roll power.
Who, me?
Whoever he's trying to hypnotize.
I think that's
But actually, you know what?
whoever is going to
Everybody should roll power because people don't get to choose who gets hypnotized or not, considering that he's just whistling out loud.
yeah, considering method.
Please, fuck.
Wow,
Please,
apparently I'm
roll
fucking
one.
here.
Roll two for fucking one. God fucking damn it, fuck. Fuck you.
Oh, should I be downstairs right now, or...
No, you can be up there if you want to. I mean, or you can go downstairs if you want. It's up to you.
you're hearing a lot of noise, and also Abraham screaming about his wife. So I guess that's to you.
So, so the moment that he starts whistling, so the moment that he starts whistling,
Make a save.
Abraham, you kind of like stop in your tracks. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll sanity, please, for me.
Oh boy. Mm-hmm.
You get to see again. You're in this dark area, this dark room, but this time you're not by yourself. This time you seem to be along with Trevor in there. And Trevor, go ahead and roll sanity too. And you guys are together over there, and you see this. You see the light again at the end of the the room, I guess. At the end of the, as far as you can see. But this time around, the light seems to be coming right at you. Slowly, not too fast, but it seems to be coming at you. And as the light comes, it seems to be that things are getting a little bit more illuminated. Finally, when it gets to you, you see inside of the light that there's something moving, something that looks kind of like a lizard, or more so like that creature that you saw.
Abraham wants to reach towards the light in the creature.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Once you try to grab it, the light just moves away. You cannot grab it. However, at that moment that it moves away, something grabs you from behind. Two gigantic hands. And when it grabs you, it seems like it just tosses you away. And it's that creature that Frank described. Go ahead and roll sanity when you see that creature.
Alright. Yeah.
Is this just him or us?
Both of you. And then, after that creature throws you, another even gigantic creature catches you as you're falling. At first you look down, and it kind of looks like this wet area, this wet beachy area. But when you start looking around, the wind kind of changes, and it seems to be moving. And the more it moves, the more it just seems to be off. And the creature just walks, so therefore the ground just shakes. And when you look up, you see the image of mighty Cthulhu. And you get to roll sanity again. And automatically, this time around, you're going to lose at least 5 points of sanity off the bat, just so you know. That will be the minimum you get to lose. So go ahead and roll, just for both of the things you see, go ahead and roll a 1d10.
Sorry,
And you guys automatically pass out. So if you lose a 1, you roll a 5, really, and you lose a 5. So you guys pass out. That's gonna be your about the madness. You pass out, and actually you're already passing out in front of them, in front of the group. The group just sees you just faint. And when you come back, let me see which one was the first one that fell. Abraham, you're going to have this, and Trevor, that. And that, my friends, concludes the session for tonight.
that's
So, was I able to look for some rocks to throw?
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that for you. Go ahead and who do you want to throw the rocks to?
No, I mean I was trying to look for them for myself, so
Oh yeah.
I'd be armed.
Go ahead. Yeah. You found a bunch of rocks. Maybe 5, 10 rocks.
Okay.